What if I told you that a $36,000 pen wasn't bought at an auction, but with embezzled union money? This isn't just a pen, it's a Montblanc Abraham Lincoln limited edition. Only 50 were ever made, 2 of which are now in federal custody. One of them was casually gifted to a neighbor. The other helped bring down a corruption ring tied to Fiat Chrysler and the UAW. You've heard the phrase, the pen is mightier than the sword. But in this case, the pen was mightier than a federal cover-up. This is a story of greed, of luxury obsession, and of how a pen became the dumbest flex in white-collar crime history.
The question is this, was all this legal? Absolutely fucking not.
Oh yeah, a pen took someone down. Let's begin. Let's start with the mastermind, Alphons Iacobelli, former head of labor relations at Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. While the auto industry was scrambling through a financial crisis, someone else was thriving.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
This guy controlled corporate funds like it was monopoly money. Except in this game, he didn't buy Park Place. He bought 2 Montblanc Abraham Lincoln limited edition pens worth $37,000 each and gave one to his neighbor. Why? No idea. Maybe the guy lent him sugar one day.
Year's salary, right here. What I call them? Fun coupons.
Well, he also bought 2 Montblanc watches, $350,000 on private jets, and dumped over $1 million into a high-rolling lifestyle, all paid through a fund meant to train blue-collar auto workers. Now meet his partner in crime, General Holyfield, Vice President of the United Auto Workers Union, aka the friendly face of corruption. Instead of protecting workers, he was colluding with Fiat Chrysler, enjoying luxury perks, and making sure the books stayed cooked just right. Behind the scenes, Iacobelli, Holyfield, and a small crew of insiders set up a scheme so boldly stupid, it sounds fictional. They funneled millions from a joint Fiat Chrysler UAW training center that was meant to uplift workers, and instead used it as their private piggy bank. The blueprint? Inflate invoices for fake services, run money through shell companies, buy Rolexes, Montblanc, and luxury goods. Stay quiet, look official, and act like worker advocates. Holyfield's wife, Monica Morgan, helped run a fake photography business. That funneled hundreds of thousands in dirty money. It's like Breaking Bad, except with spreadsheets and fountain pens. And while they were playing corporate mobsters, the FBI was watching. The trail of dirty money, Rolexes, jets, Montblanc pens, got the attention of the Department of Justice. A full-scale federal investigation kicked off. And when agents traced the transactions, guess where the trail led? Directly to the Montblanc boutique.
Okay, we are cooked.
Nani?
The FBI didn't kick down the door, but they might as well have, armed with subpoenas, spreadsheets. It all started unraveling in 2017, when investigators were combing through the Chrysler UAW training center accounts and suddenly went, wait, what the hell is a $36,000 Montblanc Abraham Lincoln doing here? And not one, but 2. One went to Iacobelli's desk drawer. The other, gifted to his neighbor, because apparently that's what you do when someone lends you sugar. When the FBI saw that, it was like, oh, hello, luxury daddy. You just left us the juiciest breadcrumb trail ever.
I want to talk to him.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
And that breadcrumb trail turned into a full buffet of bad decisions. By early 2018, the game was over. Iacobelli was arrested, and just like that, Director of Labor Relations became defendant number 1 in a federal corruption case. The charges: conspiracy, fraud, tax evasion, and flexing way too hard with other people's money. They didn't just enter the courtroom. Federal prosecutors came in like it was the series finale of a prestige crime drama. But instead of DNA samples and murder weapons, they laid down bank statements, email trails, and yes, an official Montblanc boutique invoice, signed, sealed, delivered. Your Honor, Exhibit A, the $36,000 Montblanc Abraham Lincoln Limited Edition, now property of the United States government.
No. Wait.
Honestly, these pens had better legal representation than half the people on trial that week. And just when you thought it couldn't get more ridiculous, the court discovers one of those pens was gifted. Judge said, You exploited worker training funds for your personal lifestyle and left behind a trail of outrageous purchases that made your fraud easy to trace, which is legal speak for, you absolute clown. Iacobelli was sentenced to 66 months in prison. That's 5.5 years of daily regret. Maybe I shouldn't have bought the pen. And Monica Morgan, the photographer who was more fraud than focus, she pled guilty to felony tax fraud too. Let's take a moment. Put aside the fraud, the feds, the jets, the fake photography business, and just admire the pen. Because, truth be told, it's breathtaking. The Montblanc Abraham Lincoln Limited Edition 50 isn't just some overpriced flex piece. It's a masterclass in design, craftsmanship, and historical tribute, crafted in solid gold, etched with Lincoln's actual signature. Its cap modeled after the Lincoln Memorial itself. And the whole thing comes in a custom case that practically screams, this belongs in a museum or a very expensive scandal. Only 50 of these exist in the world. That's fewer than the number of people who've walked on the moon. Let that sink in. And now, 2 of them are in a federal evidence locker, probably sitting next to bags of drug money and counterfeit Gucci belts, which means there are only 48 left in the wild. And here's the real collector's mystery. Where are they now?
What a stupid question. Bruh. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
Because if you're out there holding pen number 24 or 37, you're not just flexing. You're holding true crime history, signed in gold, stamped by stupidity, a tribute to one of the greatest American presidents, used in one of the dumbest corporate scandals of the 21st century. So, what's the takeaway? If you're corrupt and sitting on millions to launder, please buy art. Buy real estate, gamble it on crypto. At least that has plausible deniability. But for the love of Abraham Lincoln, do not buy a Montblanc. Because the FBI, they know where the boutiques are. They've got receipts, literally. This was the Pen Insider. We sniff every ink trail, we dig through every luxury pen scandal. And we don't stop until even Montblanc watches nervously from the shadows.
So somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one.
Now we ask you, do you know someone who owns one of the remaining 48 Lincoln pens? Or is this the pen that no collector wants to flex? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more luxury pen scandals, breakdowns, and deep dives. Only here on the Pen Insider. Our fountain pens write history, literally. We don't stop until Montblanc says so.